everyone, welcome to another episode of 3-Minute Histology with Jamie Chapman. Today we're going to be looking at simple squamous epithelium. Simple, of course, means that there's one cell layer thick. Squamous means that we're looking at a type of epithelium which is very flat, so the cells are much wider than they are tall. So we're going to be having a look at this on this slide here. This is a section of small intestine, and we'll have a look at a couple of features of simple squamous here. So let's start our 3 minutes. Okay, so simple squamous epithelial linings are typically found in areas where you want diffusion or you want a smooth frictionless surface, or both. And so here on the outer surface of this small intestine, we've got a simple squamous mesothelium. So if we have a look in a little bit more detail, we can sort of zoom in here. Come on, zoom. And so I've put an arrow here just to highlight it. You can see this nucleus on the surface here. There's another one over here. There's another one over there. It's got such a small cytoplasm in relation to its nucleus that you can almost not see its cytoplasm. And you can see them sort of running along the surface here. So here's the nucleus, and its cytoplasm would be running away. It's that thin. So here, it's not about diffusion. It's actually about providing a smooth frictionless surface. If it was about diffusion, then we'd expect to see lots of blood vessels beneath. So it's not so much about diffusion here. Again, just making a nice frictionless surface. The other region where we're going to find it, as I mentioned before, is associated with blood vessels, and I've highlighted another one over here. There's a number of blood vessels here. You can see all these blood vessels here. There's a nice little artery and a vein over here, another little vein here, another artery. You can see it running in this muscle wall out here. So I've highlighted again with an arrow just a simple squamous endothelial lining. So any blood vessel is lined by a simple squamous epithelium, which is known as an endothelium. So here's the nucleus of our endothelial cell, and its cytoplasm is sort of running away there, very, very thin. This structure here, this nucleus, belongs to a smooth muscle cell. You can see in size comparison that the endothelial nucleus is much smaller than that of the smooth muscle cell. Again, over here we've got another smooth muscle cell, but down here we've got our simple squamous endothelial lining. So again, you can see very thin cytoplasm. This is allowing a frictionless surface so that the blood can pass through without causing any problems, but also here it's also mainly about diffusion. So a barrier of least resistance to allow material to diffuse from the blood vessel lumen to the outer tissues and vice versa. And of course that mainly happens within capillaries, not so much these veins here. So we've got this other blood vessel. We can see some of these simple squamous endothelial lining cells here. And just over here we can see some of them again. Sometimes they appear as these little round structures that are sort of bulging out, and that's because the cytoplasm is so thin, the nucleus looks like it's kind of sticking out there. So anyway, that's just a really quick look at some simple squamous epithelium, and then in the future episodes we'll be having a look at different types of epithelium as well.